storm has taken place, you can tell it's going to be safe in the basement, down in the basement. Where can you dance to any music you choose? In the basement, down in the basement. All the comforts of home and a nightclub too. In the basement, down in the basement. There's no cover charge or free, and the food and drinks are free. In the basement, down in the basement. Good job. More to come. Go Cat Go, shouted someone from a neighboring table, realizing that he was suddenly in a teen exploitation musical. The vibe was shared as strangers joined in the chorus. In the basement, that's where it's at. If you thought those scenes were never very real, how everyone would break into song with full backing tracks and the gangs would burst into a highly choreographed routine without a single rehearsal, then you never hung out with Lenny and Cozy. They were Sandy and Denny. Zach lost his blues at the sight of rock star Lenny hamming it up. Oh man, this is rich. Take note, Telly, typical Earth behavior. As if these movie scenes happened all the time in Portland. The song was a favorite, and Cozy took the cue to play Anne Margaret to Lenny's Elvis. She jumped up with a little 60s Watusi shake and took over the second verse. Nobody's gonna check your age at the door. In the basement, down in the basement. Do the barracuda and jerk till your feet get sore. In the basement, down in the basement. Do any dance you wanna do, cause there's no one under you. In the basement, down in the basement. The place was falling out with people dancing and clapping. Zach half expected Eric Von Zipper to ride in on his wayward Harley. By the way, 60s beach movies were part of the 4 o'clock movie. So if you don't get these Frankie and Annette movies, Beach Blanket Bingo, How to Stuff a Wild Bikini, you need to watch these movies. They're part of Americon. And then the bad guy is this guy Eric Von Zipper, who's in a gang who always sort of played the villain. So that's the reference. Zach half expected Eric Von Zipper to ride in on his wayward streetcar and bust up the joint. If only Pet could see this. What a scream. There was skinny little Cosette belting out some serious barrel house blues like it was 1962. What a perfect woman. Things like this just don't happen in the real world. On the other hand, Telly was studying the event like they did happen. It seemed so well prepared, as if Lenny and Cozy had known this Etta James. Fun was something that seemed so distant to him, yet its appeal was intoxicating. He couldn't wait to see what would happen next. The song began to fade, and Lenny hugged Cozy as the room applauded. Yeah, I guess you can flow. I must have been wearing off on you. They headed toward the others when the opening riffs of Lenny's next selection kicked in. Hold on, boy. I'm not done yet. It was Roll Over Beethoven, Telly's Chuck Berry request, but Cozy took it as a challenge from Lenny to her classical sensibilities. Blaming it on the sidewalk cafes, she jumped up on the table and hit a very un-opera guttural tone. Well, I'm going to write a little letter. I'm going to mail it to my local DJ. The place would have continued rocking Frankie and Annette style, but Cozy's over-enthusiastic twisting sent her head over heels, crashing into the next table. After seeing that she wasn't mortally wounded, Zach sat back down. Fall over, Cozy, and tell Tchaikovsky the news. The new barmaid, who had waited all her life to see the room break into a musical number, brought over a tray of free drinks. Man, that was so Xanadu. Here's a round on the house. Just stay off the tables, hon, okay?